guys, welcome to this video and my channel if you're new here. So today this year I really wanted to start doing more like book related videos on my channel. Last year I feel like I started doing a few more, like I did some book reviews and I think I did a book recommendation video. And this year especially I really want to like expand my reading, I guess you could say, like reading different genres and stuff like that, because I feel like I've just been reading a lot of like romance, rom-com, like TikTok suggested books. As of right now, I'm filming this on January 12th. I don't think this is going up till the end of January, but you know, for the rest of 2023 this will be my TBR. I already finished Last Night at the Telegraph Club, which I did start reading last year, but I finally finished it this year. And then I also finished Kiss Her Once for Me this year, which I also again started at the end of 2022. So I haven't actually like started and finished a full book this year yet as of filming this, but I figured I'd start with the book that I just started last night after I finished Last Night at the Telegraph Club. I am literally one page into this because I started reading and then I fell asleep. So this is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and this is actually going to be part of a series because it's the UCMH series. And this is another thing this year I really want to start reading more series, because again, when I was younger, I read like, you know, the Hunger Games, the Divergent series, you know, different series. And then I just kind of stopped because I was like, that's like so much commitment to read a whole series. But I'm kind of like missing that feeling of like waiting for the next book, or like, you know, there being like more to the story than just one singular book. It's a hockey, ice skater, romance. So again, it's a romance, but I feel like everyone is like raving about this book. So I'm very excited about it. Okay, I'm gonna start with the one book that I'm gonna be rereading this year, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue, but specifically this collector's edition, because I believe the Amazon Prime, I think it's a movie or show, I think it's a movie, is coming out this year, so I want to reread it before that comes out to like refresh my memory. But it's a collector's edition, so it has I think an extra chapter or two, so very excited. Like I said, I have already read like the original version, and I bought this a while ago and just haven't, because I've just been saving it so I can like, you know, refresh my memory. It has like art of the characters in it, so I think that's so cute. And then I didn't realize this until I literally saw it on Instagram, but it has like, you know, the famous quote on the front, and then there's more pictures in the back, and then the rest of the quote on the back, and it's like shiny. So cute, love it. I love Casey McQuiston's books so much. I'll start with my paperbacks, I guess. So, which I love paperbacks more than hardcovers, but some of them just had to be bought in hardcover. So, this is a pretty basic one, but it's The Summer I Turned Pretty, because I never read this. I had honestly never heard of it until the show came out, and they used Taylor Swift songs in it, so I'm like, well, if I'm gonna watch the show, I want to read the books first. So I'm planning on reading this, and then I think season 2 is probably coming out this year, so I'll probably get the second book and read that and watch it. So yeah, very excited about this. I feel like it'll be kind of a quick read too, because it's pretty short. It looks like not even 300 pages, and it's like pretty spaced out. Okay, next book is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I bought this one. Target was having like a buy 2 get 1 free book thing, or buy 3 get 1 free, I don't know, something like with cheap books at Target. And I think I bought this before I ever even read any of her other books, which I've read Ugly Love and It Ends With Us. I think those are the other 2 I've read of hers. I gotta say, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of hers. It Ends With Us was interesting to me, and it kind of like turned me off from her writing, I feel like, but I already have this bought, so I'm just gonna read it. And if you have any like better recommendations by her, let me know. I feel like she's been kind of controversial lately as well. Like if you like her books, like go you, like it's fine, but oh, the writing in this is really big. I feel like I'll finish this decently fast. But yeah, I'm gonna stop ranting about Colleen Hoover, but this is the last book of hers that I have like bought, so I probably won't be reading anymore unless someone like convinces me to read another one of her books. So this is also another one that I bought during that like Target sale, and I literally had never heard anyone talk about it. I just thought it sounded good. It's called How to Love Your Neighbor, but it's like hate on it. You can see it's like crossed off, and then it says love. Oh no, yeah, so they are neighbors and they feud, but I'm assuming they fall in love, because the next one is actually a duology, I guess I've heard them called. So it's like 2 books, and like not a trilogy but a duology. So it's called What If It's Us. It's by the same people who wrote Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, like the Love, Simon movie. The second one, I read like the description of the second one before I even knew there's a first one. I was like, oh, that sounds good. And then I read that it's a sequel to this one, so obviously I'm gonna read this one, and then the second one, which I don't remember what's called. I think it's, oh, Here's to Us. The last paperback I have is the classic, which, you know, you see everywhere, The Song of Achilles. I think it's a retelling of, you know, Greek mythology. I don't know much about it, but I know people rave about it and love it so much, so I'm very excited about it. I was never like a Greek mythology kid when I was younger, so hopefully it's still like, this is interesting to me. I don't know, because it was never like too interesting to me when I was younger, so hopefully I can still like understand what's going on. Okay, moving on to the hardcovers that I have. I Was Born for This and Loveless, both by Alice Oseman, which is like my favorite author of 2022 and probably will continue to be in 2023. Their books, their writing is just, I don't know, it's so good. They wrote the Heartstopper series, or drew, I guess, because it's like a comic type thing. So excited for season 2, by the way. We're not gonna get into that right now, but so these are the last 2 books of theirs that I have not read yet, and I bought them on the hardcover, half-off hardcover sale at Barnes & Noble, because I was like, what better time to buy them? And I love the like illustrations on them, because they're obviously an illustrator as well. So it's like, it's illustrated in the Heartstopper like style, love it, which is obviously just their style. But yeah, this is about parasocial relationships of like, you know, a girl loving a rock star, I believe. So this is probably gonna hit very close to home for me. The next one is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who is one of my top favorite authors. She might be my #1 favorite author. It's just about okay, I told you I wasn't gonna tell you about him, so we're not going to, but this is her newest book, I believe. So yeah, very excited to read another one of her books, and she has so many books that I still need to read by her. This last one is kind of random, and it was another one that I bought on the like half-off hardcover sale, but it was the Barnes & Noble Book of the Year last year, The Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. So yeah, it was the book of the year. Also, I loved that the ends of the pages, like the inside isn't, but the ends of the pages are blue. So I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. And it's just about like women in science, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Like, it's gotta be the book of the year for a reason. So those are all the physical books that I have on my TBR that I like currently own, but I do have a few more books that I don't own yet that I will get to once I read all of these. And one of those is a series, and that is the ACOTAR series, Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas, and then I think there's 5 books so far in the series. But I don't know, I've seen so many people on like Bookstagram talk about it, and this one girl I just subscribed to on YouTube, she like loved it. She read it last year, she loved it. I figured I'd give it a try. I'm just gonna buy the first book, and if I don't like it, I obviously won't continue buying the rest of the series, because I've made that mistake before. I bought like a whole series and I just like didn't actually end up liking it like I thought I would. Yeah, and then the next book actually isn't even released yet, and that is just Happy Place by Emily Henry, which I forget, she's probably also one of my favorite authors. That's her 3rd book ever, or no, 4th book. I love her writing so much. I read her books so fast. Like, I'm a slow reader, but I read her books in like 2 days, which for me is fast. Sounds so interesting. That comes out in April, so I'm not buying any more books until April. Yeah, and then the last one in my 2023 TBR, which again is also not out yet. I forget when this one comes out. June 13th. Okay, so Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. She's the author of Love Hypothesis, and then her most recent one, Love on the Brain. I had to like look at my bookshelf because low-key I just don't remember the names. I gotta say, it's starting to, because Love on the Brain was pretty similar to the Love Hypothesis. Like, she used like so much of the same, not tropes, but just like same situations. They're all like the same kind of title too, like Love Theoretically, which I love the women in STEM like representation, love that so much. But this new book sounds like it's literally going to be a combination of her first 2 like women in STEM books. I'm mostly reading this out of curiosity to see if it's like gonna be similar or not. Like, I feel like I'm being so negative towards it, but I'm also probably gonna enjoy reading it because I did enjoy reading her other books. So yeah, that is my TBR for 2023. Again, not very big, but I'm sure I'll read more books than just what I've said in this video. And maybe at the end of the year, I'll do a 2023 wrap up of books that just telling you guys what I actually did and didn't read this year. See if I missed any on this list. Yeah, so let me know what other kinds of content you guys would like to see for this year. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.